This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in today's session, we're going to do learning outcome 5 and then discuss about the assignment brief. So let's first start with the assignment brief. So where is the assignment brief? Don't have the assignment brief. I'll just go through. Okay, so for this unit, assignment, yeah. Okay, so your first assignment, you'll be given with a scenario. So based on your scenario, then you have some task that will have to be covered. So you're going to have four tasks. So your scenario says you are employed as an ICT business improvement officer in a consultancy organization. The organization works with clients to introduce and manage ICT changes in order to innovate and change the computing practices. The organization has a range of public and private sectors clients across the industry. So the organization has recently been working with a new client who has asked for a proposal regarding innovation computing solution for the business. In particular, it is looking to digitalize the current business process and improve the ICT within the organization. You have been assigned the project coordinator for this job. So you must complete the following task in relation to the client brief. So your client has sent you over this brief where it says, we are a medium-sized estate agency with over 60 full-time staff. We currently have a range of staff turnover rate. We currently sell and rent properties across south of UK and have recently expanded the past 2 years into other new areas such as Manchester and Liverpool. We currently advertise our properties in local newspaper, which has proven to be efficient so far, and we have 55% successful rate for our properties sales and rentals. We believe this can be higher. So we currently we have an open premises service solution within providers email and file storage for our staff. Upon joining the organization, each staff member is provided with a desktop computer, monitor, and access is provided to email and our company share folder drivers. In order to access email and files, staff must be within the office building, which means we are not able to offer home working options. We have purchased a professional enterprise license for our operating system, which we have had for many years. The version we use is no longer supported by the manufacturer. So we have not invested in our ICT infrastructure or system in many years. And we now have appointed the organization to propose how we can better our service offering and ensure we are a suitable business for many years to come. So from your scenario, now you're going to look into task number 1. So task number 1 says, The client organization has a board of directors. The directors are concerned about the projected investment needed for this project against the value it will bring to the business, and not all members of the board are up to date with information technology. You have been asked by the CEO of the client business to provide documentation which will be sent to the board to establish a business case for investing in innovation and change in organization. So your documentation must explore the difference between innovation and change management, evaluate the organizational benefit of using innovation and change, investigate the type of computing changes that can occur in an organization, analyze the potential risk of innovation and change, evaluate possible impact of change to organization, assess how innovation is crucial to business success. So you can also achieve a merit task where it says in completing this task, you need to read around the topic of organizational culture. Make note of future references which analyze how to create an innovation culture in organization. So from the first task, what you're required to do is to write initial documentation with all these evaluations and analysis. So I would recommend you to use our presentations, which have been delivered so far, to research and write this to explore these differences and do these evaluations. So the second task says.
So is there any word limit for each task? There must be, right?
No, there's no word limit for each task. I feel like it's more related to the content or rather than length. So whatever you think is good enough, then will be okay for that for your submission.
And what is the estimated word limit and word count, which is generally accepted as the assignment completion?
So in the past, for level 7, I saw like really good works where I was, for example, seeing even 10,000 for each assignment.
10,000 words.
I've seen that in the past before, yeah, for level 7s. So, for example, if I open cybersecurity. So this is one existing unit where he did 23,000 words. This was amazing work. So there's not really, I wouldn't say there's a word limit. So you can see here.
Can you check for each task how much is it for? How many tasks has this person done?
Him.
So can you check for each task how much is I mean for any one of the tasks, if I can see what is the word limit, word count.
Yeah, as I said, there's
I think another task is started, I guess. No.
No,
Yeah.
this distinction of task 1.
But this is distinction. This is a different task, right?
This is a different unit, so you might have.
No, I just okay. Fine.
Oh yeah. So he did 6,000 words for task number 1. I think that's really quite low. I don't think you should do that. Or,
Okay.
do you think you're capable of doing that?
No, because yeah, this looks huge. 6,000 words.
Yeah, he did 23,000 for the whole assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, level 7. Yeah.
Okay.
But normally, on average, you should be for the whole assignment. I'll say 5,000. I don't know. I think 5 would be a good number. 5,000-6,000.
For the complete assignment.
Yes. But as I said, I do check more into the content rather than the length.
Okay.
So as long as you cover all the tasks, then you have achieved the highest grade. So if you try to go into the merit, you have to complete the merit task. If you look into distinction, you complete also this distinction task.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you achieve it. Yeah. There's no point for you writing 20,000 words, but then you did not complete task number 3, or you did not do distinction task, because that means you didn't cover all the full requirements.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Okay, so task number 2. So the state agency has created and presented a business case to the board of directors. The directors have given approval to proceed on the basics that a training session is provided for all the management team, focusing on the importance of managing change and measuring the impact. The directors are concerned about investing in this change, and the manager not having in understanding on how to manage the change effectively across all the offices. So you decide to make some notes in preparation for the meeting with the client. In the notes, you need to analyze the importance of managing change effectively and the consequences of poor management of innovation and change. Analyze effective change management techniques, process and methodologies used. Explain how to measure the impact of change. So your merit task, to achieve a merit, you must add to the notes providing an analysis of importance of ensuring stakeholders buy in proposed changes. Task number 3, you have been asked to carry out a scoping exercise for the client based on the initial client brief. You should consider the areas mentioned and create a business proposal for an innovative computing change. The scoping exercise must provide information for the client business to understand the importance of developing an innovative computing system, explore innovations that are common across the computing industry, evaluate new and emerging areas of computing, benchmark computing system with other organizations, analyze how to keep up to date with new computing solutions. So the business proposal must propose a new innovative change in computing, and you should submit a scoping documentation and the business proposal. So we do have a distinction task. which says to achieve the distinction, you must prepare a presentation recommending an innovative computing idea and calculating a return of investment from the innovative change. So for task number 4, the client has now approved the proposal you completed in task 3, and the work has commenced on implementing the suggested improvements. So I feel like this assignment is more theoretical, where you're going to do your analysis, your research, and then integrate with evaluations and business proposals. So yeah, so this is a quickly brief of the assignment. So in case you might have any query about each task, you can email me, and I'll be there to assist you, or even during the other tutorials. If you might have any concern about the assignment, we can both go through together through each task.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
now,
great.
yeah. So now we're just going to focus on covering our last learning outcome, which is by understand the wider business context of the proposed computing changes. So looking into our indicative content, we're going to analyze the changes needed to organizational processes from introduction and new solution, evaluate the change to business strategies based on introducing a new change, and then analyze the importance of linking innovation and change to an organization ICT strategy. So all this information might be really useful for your assignment. So this picture shows the key dimension of change management due in the IT system. So it's subdivided into what are the technologies, process, and people involved, and also how it's going to be the operational strategies and how they're going to be conducted within the organization. So when it comes to organizational changes, is simply the condition they need for the building a new information system. So according to Kandel and Yates, 2008, 4 reasons for an innovation to invest in information system development are business survival. In this context, time is frequently the key factor of our success. Improving efficiency. So in most cases, this means that building a system that will provide high quality information required for decision support. Competitive advantage, where we have a rapid, fast creation of prototype, and the user solution represents the strategies that are emphasized, and external factors, which are therefore the factors outside the organization control. It is necessary to avoid unpleasant surprises during the implementation stage. So it is always necessary to provide a contingency plan. Now we're going to look into the time and the changes metrics. So this is how roughly or how you could estimate these changes should be scheduled. So when it comes into a short-term implementation, we're going to look into 3 to 9 months, while for long-term implementations, we're going to look into 1 year and above. So the human resources competency is really important within an organization, where the individual must be willing to be able and willing and confident. Able people but unwilling of insecure, and from the metrics we can see the four type of level of commitment from the members. So when it comes to the methodology, we're going to understand, in order to effectively manage IC lead changes, it is necessary to develop a holistic change management methodology which is at the same time easy to use. So the appropriate change management methodology that can create a framework in which all aspects of the change process can be fully integrated with the new system is vital. So looking into methodology also, we can look into this technique, the ADKAR, which A stands for awareness of the need of change, D stands for the desire to engage and proactively participate while supporting these changes. K stands for knowledge of the organization as a whole of how to cope with the changes. A stands for ability to change and utilize the requirement skills in managing these changes. And R stands for reinforcement to sustain the IC lead changes. Now we are going to look into how to evaluate these changes to business strategy based on introducing a new change. So we need to understand how these strategies are really important for information system to support decision making. So we can look into how they're divided into operational, technical, and strategical aspects, where each of them has their own key role within the organization. So when it comes into decision making, we're going to look how rapid is going to be the access into this information, how based on what are the main concerns for making these decisions within the information. Also, how your team is going to collaborate and work for achieving this task successfully, and also how we're going to interpret these results and extract useful data, and also how ease of the presentation, where reporting tools within the information system enable decision makers to tailor reports to the information needs of the parties. So how prompt is these members, these individuals are good to use these tools to filter useful information, and how prompt they are to send it back to other components or members on third parties involved. So now we're going to look at the final task, which is analyze the importance of linking innovation and change to an organization ICT strategy. So by ICT strategy, we're going to analyze what are the pyramidal business layers, where we have strategy at the bottom, we have goal, vision, and the mission, which has to always align with our ICT strategy. So they have to both communicate in a simultaneously manner. Now, from this diagram, from this image, we can extract a couple of examples of business demand. So from the pyramidal classification, we can see that for business, you have to take into consideration of customer intimacy, substantial growth, and the time delivery, and shortening the time to marketize, and also the flexibility. While for ICT solutions, we're going to look more into a CRM, customer relationship management, which is a software which is always managed from clients by customers. As you can hear from the name, these softwares are nowadays key factors in companies such as e-commerce companies or any other natures of businesses. Now we have network collaborations, which is collaborative commerce and e-commerce, as I mentioned from how CRM are used. Supply chain management, rapid application deployment, and use of cloud computing and component-based development. So we do have further examples of ICT opportunities and the example of business solutions, which they both align and correlate to each other. So this graphic can explain how LinkedIn organization change an ICT strategy. Also, how digital transformation and organization change. So these are the major aspects when we need to look into digital transformations, on how important they're going to be. And this is everything for today. Is there any question for me?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And we're looking forward to start the new unit from the next week. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.